So, Alex versus A-Rod is coming to HBO documentary about the great baseball player Alex Rodriguez, the dual personality, and the people who are close to him and know him. And talk about a guy who's had a resurgence part two, working for Fox Sports and the baseball analyst with former Red Sox rivals and Dave Ortiz and Pedro Martinez and him and Derek Jeter, the dynamic relationship, the different changes, and how his playing days, talks about the steroids, talks about the personal relationships on again off the field. He, in so many ways, mirrors like a cross between Jose Canseco and Kobe Bryant. But he's like a memory of a modern day player, but yet he becomes someone that you love to hate, hate to love, and then he became somewhere in the middle. Minnesota Timberwolves part ownership. Anthony Edwards has got to definitely want to pick his brain. There's so many different layers to A-Rod. He was one of the greatest baseball players I ever saw. A game changer in the field for a shortstop for his size and everything, and to hit with power, stolen bases. I mean, one of those guys that polarizing, intriguing, and made himself into something that people grew up watching. Of course, if we go back in the day when he left the Mariners and he went to Texas for the bag and he got booed hard. I still remember that game, watching that game, his first trip back when I was in the Northwest, and I had to have my TV on mute and I could still hear the boos. And then he signed that big deal. Texas didn't do nothing, but he got the bag. He had originally got traded to the Red Sox to Boston, but he never suited up. He ended up going to the Yankees, and so they hated him. Wherever he went, he was, polarizing. Some might think pariah, what have you. And he has an intriguing legacy. Some people may hold the tag about the steroids. Personally, I think the man should be in the Hall of Fame. He was one of the greatest players I ever saw. And I remember when he came out as a kid, he was bad. So, I mean, you can't only do so much. He had to have the skills. But he had diva qualities about him. He was very much flamboyant, stylish, He kind of runs the gamut. He's a very complex cat, to say the least. This documentary should be very intriguing. It should be a must-see, I would think. I would think that they would definitely, when you watch A-Rod, you'll definitely be like captivated by what the man and so many different intervals about him. But to his credit, he says PR. He has rebounded. He has made himself into a pretty decent, in his midlife, decent cat. I think people for the most part are pretty much coming around with him and seem to be cool. He got ego like any other athlete or any entertainer. Know your worth, know your value, but he is still intriguing. And so this should be a very good documentary on the guy. But it's very telling when it says Alex versus A-Rod. That's very pretty much like the dual personality, which fuels the fire, which is a lot of people in entertainment and show business, etc. But he understood what he was about, and he didn't make no apologies. He's had to rectify some things, but hey, his life has been front and center. But he's one of those kind of people that somehow everything kind of fell into place for, when it could have been a cat that had it all. Didn't never lose it all, but he definitely was juggling so much. So I'm looking forward to this particular documentary, and you'll find out why he was one of the most intriguing athletes of the last 35, 40 years. Very polarizing, very complex, but definitely somebody that you will definitely, gain appreciation for, or you'll stay on the low side. He's loved or loathed, which is my favorite kind of entertainer or athlete or what have you. Because everybody don't love you, everybody don't hate you. But there is a polarizing figure. Those the ones tend to make you stay on the pulse and stay on your lips. So this should be a very good documentary, and talking about his family life and everything. Very intriguing cat. And I still think, as quiet as it's kept, he might fool around and get him a chance in the Hall of Fame. I mean, if David Ortiz can get in, A-Rod should definitely get in. Because he's definitely in the rehab his PR. But we shall see. But this should be a very good documentary. The dual personalities, and he still struggles with it, but it's very compelling. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another, and share the video if you like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. One time. Peace.